You're watching WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. 5 individuals are facing numerous charges following a Schuylkill County drug bust. Attorney General Josh Shapiro announced yesterday that the 5 were taken into custody for their roles in the distribution and trafficking of meth and fentanyl throughout the county and surrounding regions. An investigation by the Attorney General's office, Pottsville Police, and other law enforcement agencies revealed that said Rivera was the alleged ringleader. Amanda Tice, Christopher Hall, Donna Leah Turolis, and Joseph Weichel were named as the dealers. The group allegedly sold and distributed more than 1,000 fentanyl pills and a pound of meth per week. Search warrants were executed, and police seized over 2,000 doses of fentanyl, 368 doses of meth, firearms, drug packaging materials, and over $8,000 in cash. All have been charged with corrupt organizations, possession with intent to deliver, criminal conspiracy, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Pennsylvania State Police have launched an investigation into missing funds in Shenandoah. Borough officials began receiving complaints from residents last year, stating that they were getting fined late fees for sewer and trash bills that were already paid. Borough Solicitor James Amato said yesterday that the borough manager conducted an investigation at that time and discovered irregularities. The bills were entered into the system but never deposited and were in fact missing. State police began their ongoing investigation back on March 31st, and there's no word at this time as to just how much money went unaccounted for. An accused killer will have an additional attorney appointed to his case when he heads to court. Schuylkill County Judge James Goodman agreed yesterday to appoint a separate attorney to handle the death penalty phase in the trial of Nathaniel Kimmel of Girardville. Kimmel's accused of stabbing 27-year-old April Mahmoud to death at her Shenandoah home back in August of 2020. His defense attorney told the judge that it's difficult for one attorney to handle the trial while trying to save the client from the death penalty. Prosecutors argued that the county shouldn't have to pay to provide a second counsel, since Kimmel already has one. Judge Goodman agreed with the defense and appointed a second counsel for the mitigation phase of the trial that's expected to begin by early October. A Laughlin woman facing charges after stabbing her ex-boyfriend in the neck pled no contest to aggravated assault. State police at Wilkes-Barre alleged that 21-year-old Isabella Rosa Sobellano stabbed Samuel Parente in the neck with a paring knife at a Harvey's Lake boathouse back on June 15th of 2020. He survived, and Sobellano entered her plea Tuesday afternoon in Luzerne County Court. Parente claimed that Sobellano, who was a pre-med student in Philadelphia, boasted about taking an EMS class and encouraged him to do jumping jacks so she could check his blood pressure. After doing so, court records say she had him lie face down and stabbed him in the neck. Sobellano is scheduled to be sentenced July 7th and remains free on $50,000 unsecured bail. Join Catholic Social Services for their annual theme basket auction this upcoming weekend. WYLN's Julie Stefanovich has all the details.
After a pandemic hiatus, Catholic Social Services in Hazleton will once again be hosting their annual theme basket auction. It will take place this Sunday, April 24th from 11:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Madonna Hall at Queen of Heaven Parish on Vine Street.
We're just so excited about this. A lot of folks have been inquiring in the last year or two when we were going to do this, and so we're back and raring to go with this.
The event features over 100 baskets, including such items as lottery boards and gift certificates from area businesses.
There's just such a wide assortment of different, what we call big ticket items. Night at the resort up in the Poconos, something down at Sight and Sound in Lancaster, something unique this year, some coaching sessions. Somebody's donating that, their time for that, 2 sessions there. Air fryer worth well over $100 and some, and some meals to go with it, and other items like that.
A special preview event will be held on Saturday night for people who can't make it to Sunday's auction.
And that preview sale is from 6:30 to 7:30, and the actual then next day events start at 11:30. The doors open, and the drawing begins at 2 p.m. for the basket items.
The proceeds benefit the services and programs offered at CSS Hazleton.
And those programs that are going to benefit from this specifically would be St. Joseph's Pantry, and that's our food pantry that has been providing and serving the needs of the community since the very beginning of the agency in 1939. Divine Providence Homeless Shelter, and that's the homeless shelter in the community that's been in existence now for 6 years. 6 years. It's amazing with that program.
CSS also offers intake and relief services as well as a transitional living program
called Bridge to Independence. It's a partnership we have with Luzerne, Wyoming County Mental Health Services, and that helps these individuals. There's 8 individuals, capacity for 8 in the program. They're able to stay there up for a number of months, and we work with those individuals, helping them to gain independent living life skills.
Basket donations are still being accepted, so anyone interested in helping can contact the office prior to April 22nd. So once again, mark your calendars for this Sunday, April 24th from 11:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. for Catholic Social Services Theme Basket Auction, which takes place at Queen of Heaven Parish at 750 North Vine Street in Hazleton. Reporting for Wyln News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thank you, Julie. Eligible Pennsylvanians are being reminded that May 2nd is the deadline to register to vote in this year's primary. The Department of State urges every eligible Pennsylvanian who wishes to vote in the May 17th primary to register to vote or update their registration information by May 2nd. Pennsylvanians can use the online voter registration tool as a simple way to ensure their voices are heard, which can be accessed in English, Spanish, and now traditional Chinese. Voters can also use the site to make updates to their existing voter record, such as a change of name, address, or party affiliation. Only voters registered as Democrats or Republicans will select nominees in the primary to represent their party in November 8th's general election. Hazleton City Authority is set to receive over $1 million in PennVest low-interest financing. The money will be used to replace a vital raw water pumping station on the banks of the Lehigh River that was damaged from a severe storm back in August. Flooding occurred within the pumping station and made its way to the high-voltage transformers to create a sudden short circuit, causing both an explosion and power outage. The station's been out of operation since the damage occurred. Repairs include partial demolition of the current damaged station and the installation of a new electrical system. The station will be cleaned and painted, all the damaged interior surfaces will be repaired, and failed equipment will be replaced. The transformer will also be relocated above grade to prevent future issues. The Nesquehoning community stepped up to support those affected by Monday afternoon's fire as the cause was ruled undetermined. It took firefighters nearly 3 hours to contain the blaze that broke out at 137 West Catawissa Street, where a total of 9 adults and 8 children were displaced. The building sustained heavy structural damage and may have to be torn down, and 2 neighboring homes were also damaged by heat and fire. No injuries were reported, and the Red Cross was called in to assist the residents. Meads Memorial United Methodist Church opened its doors for fire victims to find warm refuge, and word of the fire spread to both the community and local businesses, who began showing up to donate and lend a helping hand as well. Anyone wishing to donate can call the church at 570-669-9212, which is also accepting financial donations and gift cards for the fire victims. State police released their investigation report for their Easter holiday weekend enforcement. Between April 15th and 17th, PSP investigated 449 vehicle crashes, which resulted in more than 100 injured travelers and 4 deaths. Alcohol was a factor in 10% of the crashes that included one fatal and resulted in 341 DUI arrests. Troopers also arrested 255 individuals on criminal charges and issued 13,490 traffic citations. More on their 2022 Easter holiday enforcement broken down by troop can be found at psp.pa.gov. The Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce alongside PennDOT will sponsor the 38th annual Great American Cleanup Campaign. The one-day cleanup will take place this Saturday, April 23rd, but if volunteer groups are unable to do that day, they can do so on Friday the 22nd or Sunday the 24th. All volunteer groups can pick up garbage bags, safety vests, gloves, and a participation certificate at the Chamber office this week from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Participants are asked to leave bags along the cleanup route for PennDOT and local municipalities to pick up on Monday, April 25th. And a reminder from PennDOT that this is a litter cleanup, so bulk items will not be picked up. Coming up on Wyln News, a baby bubble bath recall to look out for, plus details on the upcoming Jogger 5K in Pottsville. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the Wyln Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
I'm 12 years old, and tomorrow's Wyln forecast is partly cloudy.
We want your child to be our Wyln Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on Wyln News and Wyln social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the Wyln News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. TJ's Chimney Service professional and complete chimney service cleans, rebuilds, stainless steel liners, custom concrete poured chimney crowns. Fully licensed and insured, all work guaranteed. Roofing services also available. Call 570-861-0027.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Have you ever experienced that super pushy salesperson who follows you all around? Not here.
Or wandered around that big box store looking for help in the appliance department, only to find the paint guy? Not here.
And we have an experienced, courteous sales staff here to help you find the perfect mattress, piece of furniture, or appliance with no pressure.
And don't forget, everyday low prices.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Like and follow Wyln News on Facebook for the midday Wyln News update, posted between noon and 2 p.m. Tomorrow's care starts today with Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton, your ER partner.
Luzerne County property owners might be eligible for financial assistance to pay off delinquent Wyoming Valley levy fees and real estate taxes. Funding would come from the $350 million Pennsylvania Homeowner Assistance Fund, designed to help state homeowners during financial difficulties due to the pandemic. The County Flood Protection Authority imposes the levy fee to cover maintenance of the flood control system along the Susquehanna River. Authority Executive Director Christopher Belleman spoke with the state during yesterday's meeting and said that past due levy fees can be considered an eligible expense under the program. The maximum levy fee receipt would be for 2 years of delinquency, or $5,000, whichever comes first. Babyganics recalled 2 specific lots of baby bubble bath due to containing a bacterium that could be harmful. The product to look out for is Babyganics 20-ounce bottles of chamomile verbena bubble bath with lot codes Y314 and Y315. The lot sold at select retailers nationwide over the last 2 months, but the company is unaware of any injuries at this time. The bubble bath comes in a white bottle with a green lid and is being recalled due to a bacteria found during shelf life testing. The bacteria found presents no risk to healthy people, but puts children at risk who are immunocompromised or have broken or irritated skin, including diaper rash. Consumers can learn more on how to dispose the product and request a full refund at babyganicsbubblebethrecall.com. Pottsville police announced parking and traffic restrictions for this Saturday's Logger Jogger 5K. Parking will be unavailable in the vendor staging areas of Mahantongo, 3rd, 7th, 5th, and Norwegian Streets, starting at 7 a.m. on Friday, April 22nd until the end of Saturday's post-race activities. Parking will also be prohibited along the race route and will be closed to all motor vehicle traffic from 6 a.m. to noon. No vehicle traffic will be allowed on the race course during the race either. Any resident anticipating any problems can call 570-622-1234 extension 350. In honor of National Lovers Day, Hershey's giving Reeses fans a chance to win their peanut butter cups for 1 year or for life. Now through July, fans of the peanut butter chocolate cup can look for specially marked packages as part of Reese's Loves You Back promotion. The packages contain a code or QR code to see if you've won on their website after completing registration and entering the code from the wrapper or email. You can also enter without purchasing by emailing or mailing a piece of paper with your full name, address, and date of birth by July 27th. Other prizes include $5,000 in Visa rewards cards or a $75 Visa's rewards card. Coming up on Sand Springs News Choice, we talk springtime allergies on this Wellness Wednesday, plus Leading the Way, Part 3. And stay with us for everything else we have lined up for you later tonight on Wyln TV.
Abby is still perfecting her sidekick, and her jab is just for show. But for Abby, this is a remarkable day, because Abby recently defeated a real foe, cancer, when she partnered with Lehigh Valley Riley Children's Hospital, a children's hospital close to home with more than 30 pediatric specialties. Take a bow, Abby. You deserve it. Lehigh Valley Riley Children's Hospital. Your health deserves a partner.
Membership opportunities are now available at the Valley Country Club, 79 Country Club Lane in Sugarloaf. Clubhouse upgrades are in progress and will be ready for the spring. Call Frank Radis for details at 570-233-5328.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Jura's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in 610 North Broad Street, West Hazleton, 570-454-7229.
We all need a midweek pick-me-up, and WYLN TV 35 is your home for good news on Wednesdays. All our good news stories will be printed in the WYLN TV Pennies Classified Good News Bulletin, distributed throughout the community and digitally posted on WYLN News Facebook page and on our website. If you have good news to share, contact us to be featured in our special Good News edition. Good events, good people, good jobs, all good news.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
know that WYLN News provides news updates every weekday afternoon
at 1, 3, and 5 here on TV and on social media?
Did you also know you can watch WYLN News on the go by visiting our website or YouTube page?
Now more than ever,
WYLN is your local news leader.
And welcome to another Wellness Wednesday. Thanks to our friends over at Lehigh Valley Health Network. I'm Julie Wiegand, and once again today we are on location at the Destin Center with Shanna, who is a CRNP. First of all, how are you doing once again?
Good, thank you for having me.
Anytime. So today Shanna's going to be talking spring allergies with us. Now, Shanna, what differentiates spring allergies to, summer allergies, fall allergies? We're kind of in that peak season right now for spring allergies, so what causes them?
So things are starting to bloom, and usually with that we have large amounts of pollen and ragweed and grass, and that's all getting in the air and causing some irritation for our patients.
Welcome to Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah.
So what are some of these symptoms that people may see? I know that a lot of those symptoms are similar to just getting sick in general.
Some symptoms include runny nose, cough, sore throat, itchy ears, throat, and eyes.
And with that, I know with the sore throat, the itchiness, the eyes, what are some of the treatment options that people can seek out?
So one of our best treatment options are inhaled corticosteroids, such as fluticasone, or also known as Flonase. What people don't know about this medication is it needs to be taken daily to get its maximum effect, and it can take a few days to even start working. Another medication are antihistamines, such as Zyrtec, Allegra, and Claritin.
I have horrible allergies all year round, so I can attest that you definitely have to take it every day during this peak season in order for it to start kicking in almost to work. So for people that think, oh, I've never had allergies, and all of a sudden they're having these allergy symptoms, it sounds like allergies, spring allergies, can just happen at any time, at any point in your life, at any age.
Absolutely. We see people who are young, who are old, who have never experienced allergy symptoms, and they just notice it. Sometimes this year we had many people who are discovering they now have allergies, and we're treating them appropriately.
So what's the big takeaway that you want our viewers and our audience to understand about spring allergies, about, spring allergies as a whole, treatment options, stuff like that?
The biggest takeaway is they can present such as similar to cold symptoms and COVID symptoms. So it's best to call your provider and get their input.
All right. Thank you so much, Shanna, for squeezing us in to talk spring allergies.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you, everybody watching out there. It is peak season for spring allergies. If you are showing signs and symptoms of being sick, maybe you should just talk to your primary care provider and just make sure that you are not sick, and it might just be spring allergies. And there are plenty of treatment options to treat those symptoms. But anyway, that is it for this Wellness Wednesday. We'll see you next time right here on Wyln TV.
How you doing, everybody? This is Ricardo Santos from J Zapata. Woo, woo. You remember this old monster? Well, we're moving into a building. It's a big restaurant. Come and check us out. This is what we had on our menu. Regular burrito. We have the taco americano. Let's go with the Mexicans. They don't have a sombrero, but there you go. Corn tortilla, gluten-free. This is the birria tacos. Enchiladas. Nachos. Flan. 3 leches. That is right. Come at 620 Hillside Drive, grand opening of J Zapata Mexican Restaurant. Whoop, whoop.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Have you ever experienced that super pushy salesperson who follows you all around? Not here.
Or wandered around that big box store looking for help in the appliance department, only to find the pink guy? Not here.
And we have an experienced, courteous sales staff here to help you find the perfect mattress, piece of furniture, or appliance with no pressure.
And don't forget, everyday low prices.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the Children's Programming Report is on file for public inspection at 647 State Route 93, Sugarloaf, Pennsylvania 18249 during regular business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org.
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, Sandy Kirshner's leading the way again into part 3 of this week's series.
And welcome back to this week's Leading the Way with Sandy Kirshner. So, for those who may not know what ACE does, can you just give a layout of the different things that ACE provides for the community?
Yeah, it's really exciting. So a few years ago, the All One Foundation decided to invest quite a bit of money into northeastern Pennsylvania to support the autism community. So to support services, schools, initiatives to both improve and expand services. It is a partnership of, I've lost count now, well over 20 organizations in northeastern Pennsylvania that all just come together to look for just various ways to improve everything from preschool and kindergarten programs to transition services for adults, to expanding diagnostic services, providing respite for families. Pretty much anything you can think of that the autistic community needs is provided by at least one of the partners in the ACE Collaborative.
Could you kind of lay out a day-to-day function with ACE?
Sure. So our specific role in ACE, as part of the ACE Collaborative, they designed 5 what they call family-friendly hubs. Yeah. So that's specifically the role that we play, along with 4 other organizations. So our day looks a lot, we kind of joke that we're the Google of autism in northeastern Pennsylvania, because having a child on the spectrum can be a full-time job and more. Absolutely. And it just is very frustrating for parents when they're looking for services, looking for help, and they're making phone calls, and they're looking and they don't know where to start. They don't even know that there are things available that they should be looking for. So they can just very quickly call us and we'll do all of the legwork. If we don't know of the service that they're looking for, then we'll find it for them, do all of those calls, and then get the information back to them. So just saving them time and kind of streamlining life for them a little bit.
All right, folks. Check back with us tomorrow as Sandy continues leading the way into part 4 of this week's segment. Good night.
And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.